When I think about the Appleton, I think about a world-class museum that really tries to bring the art of the world to Marion County.
I think of him as bigger than life. I think of him as always around us. He was a man of great passion, and the things he loved with all his heart, and he gave every last measure to see them succeed.
Mr. Appleton seemed to me to be the type of man that when he had a goal in mind, he got to it. He worked really hard, and in the end, he won the prize.
He's a brilliant man, went to Dartmouth at age 16 and graduated 4 years later from the Tuck Business School. And he served in the Navy in World War II and then took over the reins of Appleton Electric from his father. And he was there for more than 35 years as the president. It was a passion of his to carry that on and to work very hard.
He was a dedicated, hard-working employee, and really, I think it was 161 patents that he had developed. His vision was to accomplish his dreams, and I think he did that on numerous fronts. He did it, of course, with his family. He did it with his work ethic, and I think he did it with the collecting of artwork.
His mother, Lillian, and his father also loved traveling and art, and the seeds of the art were very much a part of him. Started at a young age as his family took him traveling and he got to visit museums around the world.
He always liked to have, a variety of different types of artwork around him. He started collecting when he was 17 years old, and as he said on numerous occasions, he had the collecting sickness and he had it bad.
When he would take trips, when his children joke, they'd be passing an antique shop and they'd say, "Don't tell Dad, he'll stop and we'll be there forever." He just had a real passion for all kinds of art.
But it made our trips that we took with him very interesting. We went a lot of places that normal tourists wouldn't go because he just was a sleuth and he was always looking for something to bring back because he liked it so much.
He also had a penchant for purchasing entire storefronts. If there was one piece that he wanted and the store owner said, "Well, you got to take the whole enchilada," he would. Mr. Appleton's other passion in life was horses.
Back in the 1970s, Mr. Appleton actually began purchasing land here in the Ocala area with the idea that he was going to establish a horse farm which would become Bridalwood.
And it gave him just even more reason to come and stay in Ocala because he loved it so much here and he loved the horses and he loved what the community had to offer.
The farm at Bridalwood was full of items, and finally his wife, Martha, said, "You've got to find a place for some of this stuff because we're just like stepping over it." She said, "You've got to build your own museum." And that's exactly what he then set out to do with the similar passion that he had for collecting artwork.
When we got it built, Art started moving stuff into the basement down there below from out of his house. He had everything in his house and his barns and everything else filled up with artifacts and paintings and things like that he had bought over the years.
Today, the Appleton Museum is a wonderful, vibrant space, and that's one of the wonderful things about the museum is it's alive.
I think when people come to visit the Appleton, they are amazed at the size, and they are amazed by the diversity of the collection and the quality of the collection.
People come in here and are in awe that a town the size of Ocala would have such a beautiful art museum.
I feel his presence here in the museum each time I come, and you see all the beautiful things that he personally selected. It's pretty exciting.
As you can see from his collection, he concentrated on the fundamentalist paintings from France and Holland, then wanted to round things off and bought big collections of the African art and the Central American art, Asian art to add to it, make it a whole world of experiences here for people to enjoy.
I'm always impressed that he wanted the African art, that he wanted the art of Central and South America, that he wanted the Asian art. I just think he was a very open-minded man.
My kids love coming to the Appleton. I love that I can say, let's go to the Appleton, and they know that that's the art museum here in town and that they are excited about going. That they want to participate in the programs, that they have their favorite pieces of art. I feel very proud that I'm able to bring my children here and expose them to art of this quality.
You can see he loved the art very much. He wanted this to be something that he left to the world, but obviously particularly to the city of Ocala.
He certainly left a legacy that leaves parts of him in many areas of Ocala, as well as Chicago and beyond.
And I remember telling him, I said, my children and grandchildren and their children are all going to benefit from what you are doing today. This is a wonderful thing that's going to change the culture of life in the city of Ocala.
I just think Mr. Appleton is a wonderful man who gave Ocala a gift that can never be repaid.